Good morning, YouTube. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And this is my morning message. I invite you to come and join me every day where we try to put out these morning messages. My guardian angel John came to me this morning and he said, it's time to let people know how simple it is to end their pain and suffering. And I said, what do you mean, end your pain and suffering? He said, well, there's so many people on your planet today that are in emotional confusion, unable to distinguish between themselves and their feelings, where they're in a maelstrom of thoughts that produce even more of those emotions that are more problematic. He said, humans need to understand how easy it is to learn to meditate, that there is a process that everyone goes through when they begin to meditate. And he's saying to me right now, there's a very simple way to begin meditation, but you have to understand several things that are going to occur when you do that so that you're prepared when the conditions come up that try to stop you from pursuing what your freedom is, that you are able to identify them, put the brakes on them, and just say no to them, and then continue forward with your process. And it's really very simple. He said, when you go to meditate, you can sit in a chair, you can do it standing up, you can do this form of meditation virtually anywhere. He said it's very simple. You take 3 slow, deep breaths, and you exhale until your body relaxes as much as you can let it relax at that time. And then just keep your body still and stationary for at least 5 minutes. In that 5 minutes, don't let your body try to go somewhere or be something or try to get uncomfortable. Keep your body still, deliberately and intentionally still. This is going to take a bit of willpower on your part, but will your body to be still and relaxed. And you can do this because your body's your servant, it's not your master. He says that's the first step. That's the easy part, he says. That's the easy part, taking a few breaths and relaxing your body. The real effort comes in when your body is quiet. Then you turn your attention to your thoughts and your emotions and quiet them down. Get them to become still and quiet and peaceful as your body is relaxed. And he says, what will happen when your mind and emotions start to get caught up in other things like, oh, what do you got to do now? What time is it? How long is this going to last? What do I have to do next? When your mind tries to go running off to somewhere or something else, when your emotions try to get anxious or nervous, dial them down. Tell your mind and your emotions to relax. You're going to keep them still and quiet for at least 5 minutes. And I can attest from personal experience that when you begin a process of learning to quiet your mind and quiet your body, once you begin that process, the conditioned behavior you have in your body, the way your body's been programmed by your environment, the way your thoughts have been put in by the environment, the way certain emotions are hardwired in your body because of how you've been conditioned by your past, all of that programming is going to come up to try and assert itself as being more real than you are. And I know the very first time I began meditating, I was like irritated and frustrated. I just uncomfortable. I don't want to sit here. And I literally had to continue keeping my body breathing and in the present moment, breathing in the present moment. And I had to do the same thing with my thoughts. But along the way, I was given inspirational ideas that really helped me to begin to meditate. And one of the first ones I was given a long time ago, I guess about 30 years ago, was learning to make this sound, a simple sound to your mind. When it starts to get really noisy in here, just go shh. And to my surprise, when I did that, my mind went really quiet. And then I was like, wow, my mind is quiet. And then once I realized my mind was quiet, it would start up again. And I would apply that process in. I just go, like quieting down a baby that needs to be encouraged to relax. And you're literally communicating that sound to your body and your mind. And you'll be amazed, even if you do it right now, if you stop and just take a moment and inside your mind just make that sound. Because that too is also a program. You're being programmed. When somebody does that, it means be quiet. So your body and your mind know the meaning of that gesture and that sound, what it means. So you want to use what you have to your advantage. So you want to train your mind and body to be still. And in that 5 minutes, just getting your body to be quiet and still for those 5 minutes, I want you to notice at the end of those 5 minutes, how do you feel physically? How do you feel mentally? Yeah. They're saying just 5 minutes for now. You can extend it longer if you like. But the goal of this is simply just to train your body and your mind to sit quietly on your behalf, to be still on your behalf. And it's really interesting that there's a key phrase in the Bible that says that be still and know I am God. And I often contemplated that statement and what it really, really meant. And what, for me, it came to mean was that when my mind and body are still, and I don't have a finite set of realities or distractions to bother me, that I was able to sense and feel this endless silence, this endless quiet. And then there's a third step. And the third step is just before you come out of your 5 minutes, or just before you're making a conscious choice to come out of your short little meditation, make a decision about what emotion you'd like to feel the most during the day. Just in that silent place, make a decision. I'd like to feel more love today, more peace today, more joy today. Make a decision about what you want to experience more of as a feeling today. And don't be attached to how that'll show up or come about, but make the choice that I want to feel more of that today. And then throughout the day, if you like, if you are daring enough, throughout the day, whenever thoughts come up of fear or anxiety or depression, do that breath, the breath and that sound. Just feel the power of your attention and intention over your mind and body. Remember, your mind and body are tools that have been fashioned by your environment for the most part. And now there's many, there's over 1 million people on this planet this year that will commit suicide, over 1 million. And that's not something we want to be happening. These are all people that aren't equipped to understand the difference between their body and their mind and their soul, their awareness, who you really are, this being that you are inside the body and mind. And once you understand, it's like an automobile that you're inside it. Once you put yourself into a position where you can start to direct and learn how things work, you'll start to become liberated from being subjective to it. And now this becomes your servant, like an automobile, like a vehicle taking you from one experience to another by your choice and not by happenstance. So even that 5 minutes, if you give that 5 minutes yourself before you go out or anytime during the day, just stop, quiet your body, breathe your mind into stillness, like literally. And give yourself the experience that you can create a state of being in your mind and body, that you are the creator of states in your mind and body, that you can transcend or rise above what you've been conditioned to believe is real or not real, that those things that happened before don't mean you have to be something different in the future. You can be who you wish to be right now. But practice this 5 minutes a day, just 5 minutes every day. And John said this is really important, just to put this simple message out. I love to talk, as some of you have watched some of my videos know that when they come through, it just flows and flows and flows. And also, I love to talk. It's something I've always loved. But more than that, it's about learning to actually, for you to get beyond the imprisonment of this and make this a vehicle that takes you where you want to go in your life. It's not going to happen automatically. It has to be done by conscious, deliberate choice. Your mind and your body are your servant. They are not your master. They were never intended to be your master. But when you were given different commands before you could think and reason for yourself, you were given different beliefs and ideas before you even knew you had them. You know, you didn't start to really become conscious until you were 6 or 7 or 8 or 9. And up to that point, most of what was put in there was what was put in there. You didn't have any choice. But now at this point, if you're frustrated or anxiety, you've had bad experiences in the past, you now have the chance to rewrite the software and reformat the hard drive, right? Put new software in and reformat the hard drive. And this is your hard drive. This is what you put out into the world, who and what you are. And you can change it. And just start with 5 minutes a day. If you do 5 minutes a day of just getting your body relaxed, getting your mind quiet, keeping it there no matter what, using your breath, using the sound to keep your entire body and mind in the present quietly. At the end or towards the end of that 5 minutes, consider, what emotion would I like to experience more of this day? Consider that and how it would feel. And then throughout the day, anytime stuff comes up in your mind that doesn't support or sustain the idea of the feeling you want to experience more of, just go shh. You're driving down the road and somebody cuts you off, and instead of your normal upset or frustration, go shh. Somebody says something that really bothers you and annoys you, in your mind, just go shh. Don't get caught up in the outside. Start to rebuild the beauty of who you are back into the biological architecture that you live in, so that you can start to express and be who you truly are, the magnificent being of light, that an infinite intelligence had the grace and goodness and intelligence to bring you forth into this creation, because it knows and knew that there's something unique and special about each and every one of these aspects of itself that is extended here into these forms on the planet, called human forms and animal forms and tree forms. There's an infinite intelligence working through you right now, and there's evidence of that. You know, you take an apple and you eat that apple, you're going to get blood and skin and bone made out of an apple. Right? Literally, this intelligence takes this stuff and converts it into blood and skin and bone, and there's no doctor or scientist on the planet that can do that with the apple. So when you start going within and reorganizing how the information works in this system, you suddenly give this intelligence a new way to express in your life. So this is our suggestion to you today. For 5 minutes every day, you can do it longer if you choose to, but at least 5 minutes today. Spend that time relaxing your body, quieting your mind, and deliberately relaxing it, deliberately quieting your body. Just shh. Keep your mind and body quiet for that 5 minutes. And then just make a decision about what you'd like to feel more of in your life. More joy, more excitement, more passion, more connectivity, more enthusiasm. You decide. You get to create your life. And meditation, one of the things John said very clearly, meditation is the doorway to infinite expression of unlimited potentials of who you are and what you can be. Meditation is the doorway into that. No matter what dimension of consciousness we're on, whether we're in a biological consciousness or a non-biological consciousness, you know, there's many different levels of consciousness. But that was what John prompted me to talk about today, of this 5-minute meditation idea. So please take this, run with it. It's just 5 minutes. Extend it into more time and more space if you want. Also, please go, you want to know more about what I do, you want to see some of the things I've written, I got a blog that you can watch on my website, williammichaelforbes.com. You can get a reading with me, you can look at our courses and classes. I mean, you can learn to tap into your guides and angels at any time. They're available for all of us. We just finished our first year of Mediumship training program, which we started last February. And it went amazing. We have some amazing mediums out there teaching their own students now and running their own groups and courses and classes. They've tapped into this infinite potential within themselves that connects us to all living sentient consciousnesses, whether in this time or space or another time or space. To believe or think that what our five senses is all there is to life is incorrect. And our scientific instrumentation that can measure gamma rays and X-rays and cosmic rays and radioactive rays, we have so many things we can measure with machines that our senses cannot see or hear, but we now know they exist. But you can train your senses, you can retrain your awareness to perceive far more than you are currently perceiving and experience far more than you're currently experiencing. So please go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and check out more of what we're doing and what we're offering. Much love to all of you. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful and a joyful day.